A very good morning to all my dear students. Welcome back to the online IIT physics class. Today we are going to discuss about our second synopsis from chapter thermometry and calorimetry. Subtopic is aerial expansion or superficial expansion of solids. Let us conduct an experiment is related to aerial expansion. Aerial expansion means surface area expansion. Here we have to take one of the steel metal plate. Let's make a circular hole at the center of the plate. Why? Because when this metal plate affected by the heating effect, its surface will increase as well as its diameter is also increases. At the starting temperature means before heating effect. Here initial temperature is T naught and the diameter of the hole is D naught and the area of metal plate is A naught. So here the area of the hole is pi r naught square. Let us start our experiment. We have to give some heating effect to this metal plate. After the heating effect, the diameter will be increases and also area of the plate is also increases. After the heating effect, the diameter of this hole is final diameter df. Here area of the metal plate is final area af. Here after the heating effect means final temperature. This is initial or starting temperature. This is final temperature. At the final temperature, area of the hole is equals to pi rf square. Radius at final stage. Here is also area of the plate. This is the plate area. Area of the plate, final area is equals to A naught. Area at initial temperature, A naught means into 1 plus 2 alpha. Alpha means linear expansion. Linear expansion coefficient is alpha. Delta T. Delta T means changes in temperature, T2 minus T1. So A naught initial area into 1 plus 2 into linear coefficient expansion constant. This is alpha into changes in temperature, that is delta T. Let us derive an expression for this whole experiment. Changes in temperature causes changes in area. So this is called aerial expansion or superficial expansion.
A hole is drilled in a metallic sheet such that its diameter is just insufficient to allow the nail to pass through. The metal sheet is heated by placing a flame beneath the hole. On heating the sheet, the nail passes easily through the hole. This shows that the size of the hole has increased. The expansion of the area of hole indicates that the area of the sheet as a whole has increased on heating. This is because in thermal expansion, every dimension increases by the same proportion.
What are the major changes observed in this experiment when heating effect is changes? So area of the hole and the area of the metal sheet also increases. Here, before the heating effect, the area of the metal sheet is A1. So starting temperature is T1. At the starting temperature T1, area of the metal sheet is A1. At the final temperature is T2, area will be increases, so the area of the metal sheet is A2. Here the changes in temperature means T2 minus T1, final temperature minus starting temperature. This is the changes in temperature. Next one, changes in area. Here final area minus starting area, A2 minus A1. This is the changes in area. Increased area in the metal sheet depending upon these factors only. Here A2 minus A1 is directly proportional to A1, means changes in area is directly proportional to starting area of the metal sheet. Next one, A2 minus A1 is directly proportional to T2 minus T1, means changes in area is directly proportional to changes in temperature. These are the two main points we observed in this experiment. Here changes in area is directly proportional to starting area, and changes in area is directly proportional to changes in temperature. This is equation 1, this is equation 2. Combine these two equations, so we can get A2 minus A1 is directly proportional to A1 into changes in temperature. My dear children, we can remove this proportionality by using a constant. The constant here is beta. So beta represents coefficient of areal expansion. Here beta represents coefficient of areal expansion. So by using this constant, we can get a equation A2 minus A1 is equals to beta into A1 into changes in temperature. Here changes in area is equals to delta A. Changes in temperature represents delta T. Delta A means changes in area. Delta T means changes in temperature. Substitute this constant instead of A2 minus A1 and T2 minus T1. So our equation becomes delta A is equals to beta into A1 means initial area into temperature changes, that is delta T. So that is equals to transpose these terms. So beta is equals to changes in area delta A by beta into A1 into delta T, temperature changes. Here the formula for only A2 changes in area is the formula for only A2 changes in area, that is equals to A2 is equals to, from this equation A2 is equals to transpose this A1. So equation becomes beta into A1 into changes in temperature plus minus transposes to plus A1. Here A1 is common, initial area is common, remaining terms are beta into changes in temperature plus 1. Here A1 is common, remaining 1. So beta is the, here beta is the coefficient of areal expansion. This is very important point, my dear children. Here beta is the coefficient of areal expansion. Delta T means changes in temperature. A2 means final area. A1 is at the starting area of the material. Units of coefficient of areal expansion. Here areal expansion coefficient is beta. So units of this beta is in SI units. SI means standard international. Units are 1 by Kelvin. 1 by Kelvin. In CGS units means centigrade gram second. Units are 1 by degree centigrade or degree Celsius. Degree centigrade or degree Celsius. Units of coefficient of areal expansion. Beta. Beta units are In SI units 1 by Kelvin, in CGS units 1 by degree centigrade. Here SI means standard international. Here centigrade gram second CGS means. So the relation between degrees Kelvin and degrees centigrade is, so here temperature Kelvin is equals to degree centigrade plus 273. This is a constant number. My dear children, we already learned about what is linear expansion and what is surface expansion. So this topic is related to cubical expansion. These are two cubes. This is a metal cube. So here before the heating effect, at the temperature is T1. So initial temperature of the material is T1. So here volume of the cube is V1. After the heating effect, the volume of the cube is changes and it will expands like this. Here the temperature is T2. Why? Because after the heating effect, the material temperature is T2. This is the metal cuboid and this volume is V2. We gave some heat to this material, so it will expands. So here volume is V2. Volume will changes, it will increase. So let us derive an expression for this cubical expansion. Here changes in volume is V2 minus V1. Changes in temperature means T2 minus T1. Here V2 minus V1 is directly proportional to V1. Here changes in volume is directly proportional to changes in temperature. Let's combine these two equations, then we get V2 minus V1 is directly proportional to V1 into T2 minus T1. Here V2 minus V1 is directly proportional to V1 into changes in temperature. Let us remove this proportionality constant by using a coefficient. The coefficient is called gamma. Here gamma is the coefficient of cubical expansion. We remove proportionality by using this gamma constant. So that is equals to changes in volume V2 minus V1 is equals to gamma into V1 into changes in temperature. Here changes in volume is delta V. Here changes in temperature is delta T. Substitute these results in our equation. So delta V is equals to gamma into V1 into changes in temperature delta T. We can get this gamma value by transposing these terms. Here gamma is equals to transpose V1 into changes in temperature delta T. So gamma is equals to delta V by V1 into changes in temperature. Delta V by V1 into delta T. Here the units of gamma, coefficient of cubical expansion, is in SI units, standard international units, are 1 by Kelvin. In CGS system, centigrade gram second units are 1 by degree centigrade. So here gamma units are in SI units 1 by Kelvin. In CGS system 1 by degree centigrade or Celsius. So this is the relation among alpha, beta and gamma. Alpha means linear expansion coefficient, beta means areal expansion coefficient, gamma is volume expansion coefficient. The relation between the alpha, beta and gamma. Here the alpha formula is changes in length by starting stage length of the material into changes in temperature. Here beta is coefficient of areal expansion. So delta A means changes in area by A1, starting stage area of the material into changes in temperature delta T. Last one gamma. Gamma is the coefficient of volume expansion. So that is equals to changes in volume of the starting stage of the material into changes in temperature. So here alpha is the coefficient of linear expansion. Here beta is the coefficient of surface expansion. Here gamma is the coefficient of volume expansion. So the relation between the alpha, beta and gamma is, here beta is equals to 2 alpha and gamma is 3 alpha. Why? Because these are two-dimensional objects and these are three-dimensional objects. So here beta is equals to 2 alpha and gamma is 3 alpha. Transpose this 2, transpose this 3. So alpha is equals to beta by 2. Here alpha is equals to gamma by 3. So the relation between the alpha and beta and gamma is alpha by 1 is equals to beta by 2 is equals to gamma by 3. So the ratio of the alpha, beta, gamma is 1:2:3. This is very important relation, my dear children. Alpha is to beta is to gamma is equals to 1:2:3. This is the final relation. These are synopsis 4 questions related to our topic. So here first question is, the radius of the sphere is 100 centimeters. Here the radius of the sphere is 100 centimeters at the 0 degrees centigrade. This is the starting temperature of the sphere. And 100.1 centimeters at 100 degrees centigrade. After the heating effect, the sphere will expand. So radius of the sphere becomes 100.1 centimeters. Here radius of the sphere becomes 100.1 centimeters. Find the coefficient of cubical expansion of the sphere. Here we have to find coefficient of the cubical expansion. Gamma value is question mark. Here at the starting stage of sphere, radius is R1 is 100 centimeters at the temperature of 0 degrees centigrade. These dimensions are related to a sphere before heating effect. Here R1 is 100 centimeters and temperature is 0 degrees centigrade. After heating effect, the radius will 100.1 centimeters and the temperature is 100 degrees centigrade. Here temperature is rising 0 degrees to 100 degrees centigrade. The volume of the sphere is also, here radius is increases to 100 centimeters to 100.1 centimeters. 100 centimeters to 100.1 centimeters. So here we have to find gamma value. Coefficient of cubical expansion, gamma is. Here starting stage, radius is 100 centimeters. After the heating effect, radius will be 100.1 centimeters. Here length is equals to 100 centimeters. L2 is equals to 100.1 centimeters. Here starting temperature is 0 degrees centigrade. T1 is 0 degrees centigrade. So after heating effect, temperature is 100 degrees centigrade. T2 is 100 degrees centigrade. Substitute these values in our linear expansion formula. So linear expansion coefficient is equals to changes in length by initial length into changes in temperature. Here changes in length means L2 minus L1 formula. So here L2 is 100.1 minus L1 is 100 by, here L1 is 100 into changes in temperature means T2 minus T1. So 100 minus 0. So that is equals to 100.1 minus 100 is equals to 0.1 by 100 into 100 minus 0 is 100 into again 100. So that is equals to 100 into 100 means 10 power 4. Transpose this into numerator. So result will be 0.1 into 10 power minus 4. Change it into in terms of 10 power minus 6. So the result will be So 0.1 into 100 divided by 100. So that is equals to, transpose this 100 into numerator. So 10 into 10 power minus 2 into 10 power minus 4. Here 10 power minus 2, 10 power minus 4 is 10 power minus 6. 10 into 10 power minus 6 into Kelvin inverse. The relation between gamma and alpha is, gamma is equals to 3 times alpha. So gamma is equals to, substitute this alpha value in our equation, 3 into 10 into 10 power minus 6 into Kelvin inverse. So that is equals to, gamma is equals to 3 into 10 is 30 into 10 power minus 6 Kelvin inverse. This is the final result of gamma. This is our next question, second one. If the coefficient of cubical expansion is x times the coefficient of superficial expansion, then the value of x is, here the coefficient of cubical expansion is x times the coefficient of superficial expansion, means superficial expansion is beta. Here coefficient of cubical expansion is gamma. So gamma is equals to x times the coefficient of superficial expansion. So gamma is equals to x into beta. This is superficial expansion, this is volume expansion. So we know the relation alpha, beta, gamma is equals to 1:2:3. Here alpha by 1 is equals to beta by 2 is equals to gamma by 3. So by these two relations, beta by 2 is equals to gamma by 3. So transpose this 3. So gamma is equals to 3 into beta by 2. This is first equation. By the given data, this is second equation. Comparing both equations, so 3 into beta by 2 is equals to x into beta. Transpose this beta, x is equals to 2 beta by 2 into beta. Numerator, denominator, beta, beta cancel, x is equals to 3 by 2. This is the value of x when cubical expansion is x times the coefficient of superficial expansion. Here the value of x is 3 by 2. This is our third question. If beta is equals to 18 into 10 power minus 5 per Kelvin, find gamma value. We can find any conversion by using this relation. Alpha by 1 is equals to beta by 2 is equals to gamma by 3. So the relation between beta and gamma is beta by 2 is equals to gamma by 3. Transpose this 3. So gamma is equals to beta by 2 into 3. Here beta value is 18 into 10 power minus 5 by 2 into 3. Here 2 how many times divides 18? 9 times. So 9 into 10 power 5 into 3 is equals to gamma. Here 3 9s are 27 into 10 power minus 5 Kelvin inverse is equals to gamma. We can find any conversion by using this relation. Alpha by 1 is equals to beta by 2 is equals to gamma by 3. Okay, my dear students, hope you understand. If you have any doubts in this session, please contact my number. Thank you.